Hey guys. For the last 2 years, I have openly spoken about my membership in the Daily Refinement and the Technsports Patreon group. I've been a loud and proud member of this group. The reseller community will be aware that last week the mentoring group split. Tech made the decision to resign and has gone out on his own. I openly share my life on this channel. This video is being made because I've been very vocal about my involvement in the group, and I'd like to make my own public statement. I've worked closely with both Chris and Tech, and I just recently stayed with both of them on my trip to America. I'm the only reseller to have visited both of them, seen the insides of both their businesses, and met their families. They live at opposite ends of America, and I traveled across the world to specifically meet both of them. As you can imagine, I have particularly taken this group split very hard. I've not only built working relationships with them, but I've also built personal relationships with both of them, and I consider both Chris and Tech my friends. I'm not only a member of the group and the community within it, but I'm also employed as a coach or a host of 2 of the weekly Zoom calls. This means that I host a weekly call for Australian resellers, and I co-host a weekly YouTube and social media call with James at Bold Finds. With the group splitting, I was offered to hold my same hosting position in both the groups. To host in both groups and add an additional 2 Zoom calls a week would be near impossible for me. There just simply isn't enough hours in my day. Please be mindful that I have 4 children all living at home. I'm in the midst of a divorce and still have an upcoming house move to make when my financial settlement has been finalised by my legal team. I've moved to a warehouse that is a 2-hour daily commute. I run my eBay store as a solo operator. I have a YouTube channel that I take very seriously, multiple social media platforms, and I currently host the Zoom calls 4.5 to 5 hours a week. I know there are group members that would like me to continue to conduct Zoom calls in both groups, but on top of the time constraints, I do also feel that it's a conflict of interest to be employed to host the same calls in 2 groups, which are now separate. As a host, I've had to make a clear decision, and many factors have been considered while I've been making it. This decision has been very hard for me, and I feel very close to both mentors. I won't lie that I have felt sad, anxious, awkward, uncomfortable, and even a little bit angry over the last few days. Going forward, however, I will be continuing to host my weekly Zoom calls in the Tech and Sports group. I have the utmost respect for both Tech and Chris, and also for the community of resellers within the groups. I talk publicly about this group when I want to, on my terms, and because the group is such a big part of my life and I get so much value from it. Chris has spoken publicly in Zooms that coaches and hosts are paid for their time to host calls. This has never been a secret. Chris and Tech have always valued the host's time and the experience they bring forward in the group. I am not, nor have I ever been paid to promote this group in any way. I'm simply paid for my time to show up each week to work and manage and host a call as any other job. Coaches are paid a flat fee per Zoom, and I'm paid the exact same amount as any other coach who does not have a social media platform to publicly endorse the group. James and I split the payment on our joint call. I've also never been given group membership for free. I've paid full price like any other person for my membership. I was in the group because I want to be, not for any monetary gain. Change forces choices, but change can also bring growth opportunities, and I'll look forward to watching both groups now blossom in their own ways. I'm excited to meet the new members of the community who are also joining. To the Australian community of sellers, you mean so much to me, and I'm heavily invested in all of you and your successes. I've made wonderful friends amongst you, and I value your participation in the weekly Zoom call. I look forward to continuing that journey with many of you. Thank you to the members who have joined in on my YouTube Zooms. I'm so passionate about YouTube and social media, and I love having a dedicated group of people with a common interest to share and discuss that topic with. I want nothing more to see others succeed on this platform, which has truly changed my life. To James, my co-host, who has worked so hard to learn the YouTube platform himself, thank you so much for being so willing to learn and the friendship we have formed along the way. And I look forward to continuing those Zoom calls together with you going forward. It's wonderful to see new people signing up to both the groups and some old members becoming more vocal as the group discusses the changes happening within. I'd like to acknowledge my gratitude and appreciation to both Chris and Tech for everything that they do for me. I'll look forward to continuing my unwavering support of both groups and the friendships I have made with both of them. Positive growth comes from change, and difficult times make us stronger. Thank you and much love to everyone who has been impacted by this split. I'm thinking of everyone.